Hi friends, new and old, and welcome back to the channel. It's your friend Chip, and today we're going to go on a little bit of a thrift hunt. So, I've been going through some footage, and I have some thrift hunts and some bags of things from the thrift store that we just need to go through. This particular thrift hunt is from October of 2025, and I went to Goodies to check out what they had in their restock, and come to find out, they actually are moving at this point in the year, and so we're going to visit their old location and take a look at what they still have there, and then we're going to visit their new location and take a look at the things that they've acquired and the things that they've moved over there. So I think there's probably a couple of thrift hunts coming up where we kind of visit the old one, visit the new one, and then eventually you're just going to see the new one. So let's start working through some of these thrift hunts and take a look at what I found at Goodies back in October. Chip. Ooh, some cool shark stickers. What's this? Bunch of rabbit. Let's look in the doll bin. She's looking pretty empty today. Pretty empty. Animal Crossing picture, I guess. That's pretty cool. I like the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. It was good to see it. Maybe there's a My Little Pony book or something in here. Hey, Madison. The Walking Dead was good. A little like Mini World Magic. It's pretty cool. I like that it has ponies in it. From like the Crystal Bright house. Bakugan. This has got some interesting shoes and other accessories in it. Not sure what they all go to though. Sometimes I feel like this is a little more LOL than anything. There's some shoes and purses in here that could be Barbie. There's our holiday Barbie, 3 of them. Wonder whose cake that is. She's always here. Easy. There's a handful of G5 ponies here. G3 Donald. Here's another G5. DJ is to find. I think I picked her up when they were in stores. I picked up a lot of background characters. It was normally, I had money to buy ponies at that point in my life. It was a background character or a Pinkie Pie or a Sunset Shimmer. She's still here. I wonder why she always has this nick in her eyebrow. Who is she? I feel like I remember a Barbie that had like glitter hair gel or something. Another one of those King Tritons. I remember when people were making a bunch of those. I used to make those in elementary school. I don't know who she is. There's another one of those big Pinkie Pies. Look at Mushu. There's another chip. They're from Rescue Rangers. I don't know who she is, but she's got a string of hair in her head like that. I have random Barbie accessories. That Twilight Equestria Girls still here. Some kind of riding Barbie, I think. Yep. Oh, Tiana, the thing. Like one of the comfy princesses from Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, look. Good luck there. No, Piglet. Growing up, it was always Eeyore, but then as an adult, I've really enjoyed Piglet. Minty. Got some Sophia the First figures in it. Oh, this cute little Cabbage Patch doll. She's cute. There's some boxed Barbies over here. Funko Pops, and then some more holiday ones. Wizard of Oz, and then Elvis. She's pretty cool. Some Angel Princess Barbie. Some tea sets. A Glinda. Splash and Color Ken. Some kind of wedding one. Look at this. It's Xena. Xena the Warrior Princess. Look at all these. Are these like, these are Star Trek, right? I don't know who you are. Spock? Is that Will Smith? You never know. I found a My Little Pony here once. There could be another My Little Pony puzzle. Some more inbox Barbies. Big Rainbow Dash. She's got a marker on her face. And then here is their new location. Let's see how this one's shaping up. More Star Trek dolls. And then, is this Gabby, Gabriella, something like that? Got a bunch of comics this time. Look at this wall. I'm not sure what this store used to be once upon a time, but they have all this wall full of drawers, and they've got all these plushies set up on them. I feel like maybe it's an apothecary wall. But their tags said who they were. Bunch of G.I. Joes type of thing. More plushies. I think that's like earmuffs. Look at all these old dolls. These are cute. Thumper, and I don't know what her name is. Little mini brat. Oh, from the rescuers. We had these hanging on our tree growing up. A Jason Momoa coloring book? What? How weird. Ooh, look at this Barbie accessory case. And it has shoes in it. And there's Equestria Girls shoes in there. Might need to take this. Oh, look, an 80s Care Bear. Oh. This is the Wuzzles? How cool! You never find anything of the Wuzzles. It's got pieces in it. I hope it's all there. Look at all the Cabbage Patch dolls they have here now. I don't know if that's a Cabbage Patch doll though. Big, soft-bodied Barbie, maybe? Hocus Pocus book. Look at this Chippendales After Hours game. It's not even something you can open, so they've taped it shut. So it's probably got everything in it. Looks like it's got dares and charades. Oh boy. There's a My Little Pony DVD in here. So many DVDs. There's just one of these. That's cute. Barbie stocking hanger. And this little snow globe. She's on a swing. Ornament. These are cute. Is that a Precious Moments? Salmonals. Look at this old Care Bear soap dish.
Yay!
All right, so we've been able to check out the new goodies location. And honestly, here we are sitting in 2026. This happened in 2025. I would say the old location had a better selection and a lot better things that we were looking for. We always kind of found something when we went. And since they've moved to the, completely moved to the new location, it's not always a good hunt. It's kind of hit and miss sometimes now. So anyways, this is what we found at this location. Now there's going to be some things that we found that no longer are in my possession. I did pick up a few things that I gave as gifts, either immediately in the moment or saved for other things. So there was a tiny little Cabbage Patch doll that made its way to Kim. I picked that up for her. I knew exactly, she was going to love that thing. There were a couple of other little things that I had picked up along the way. You'll notice that they're missing because they've been given to their recipients, especially since this happened in October. So let's take a look at the things that I did find, and now I can get them out of the bag, we can clean them up, and put them away. The first thing that I have in the bag is this Care Bear, and this is Good Luck Bear, and this is part of the Care Bears Unlock the Magic line by Basic Fun. And you know, I feel like at some point in their lives, these Care Bears had their name on them somewhere. I thought there was something that said their name, but I haven't found it. Oh my gosh, he still has the clip in his ear. And there's even one here too. Ew. Let's cut that. And I said when I started this, you're not going to need the scissors because there's nothing in here that we're like opening, you know, and I didn't think there was anything attached to any of them. There we go. Now he's free of those. He's so cute. I love these Care Bears. I think they're probably my favorite. Maybe that's a unpopular opinion, but I do really love this look. I think their faces are so cute, and I really like their little belly badges. They're so adorable, really soft. Basic Fun does a fantastic job with these, and there's quite a few in the beginning line there that I didn't get because originally I decided to pick up Grumpy Bear from this line when I was looking for something to spend my Christmas money on one year. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get Grumpy Bear. I think that's a really cool Christmas gift. Like I normally picked up Grumpy Bear throughout the years. And then after that, I was like, you know what? These are really cute and I kind of want to get other ones. And I've slowly been picking up other ones. So I love that we find them at the thrift store. Really awesome. I mean, we found some really cool ones. Best Friend and Secret Bear. Amazing. So now we have Good Luck Bear. Really, really love these Basic Fun Care Bears. We found this, and this is a bag of accessories from Mini World Magic from My Little Pony G5. And I thought, you know what? We have to get it. Let me go ahead and move you down here so you can see these. I have to get it because it didn't come with a lot of accessories. So some of these accessories could be really cool for us to actually add to the one that we have. As well as, look, there's a little cloud. As well as the ponies are really cool, and I just couldn't leave them. We got some extra trees here. Some trees. A couple of platforms. Another one. Some fencing. That could come in handy. Let's see. I think it's just like little bits of crystal chunk, I think, and a bush and another bush. Let's move these things over here. Move the ponies out of the way for a second. We got a lot of crystals. These are the color change ones, so got a couple of those. Quite a few. There's another one of those things. There's the two bushes. And then this thing matches this thing, like a little crystal rock shelf. Two little tables, a purple one and pink one. Some crystal decorations here. A couple of leis. Some little flowers. They, I believe, are color changed as well. We have a really nice butterfly and a flower here, and then we also have a little star. And it's nice, these little things make decorations on the different pieces, so now it can look like maybe a starfish, maybe it's just a star-shaped flower. They don't come with a lot of those. Oh, and then there's this thing too. I think this actually goes on this. and then this goes on the top. All this is from the Mini World Magic Crystal Bright House, I believe, is where these are from. And then we have some ponies. We have this one. This is Posy. I love that she has green eyebrows here. Her eyebrows change color so much. Originally they were black, then they were pink in the show. So now we see her with green. So that's Posy. This is Zip. And we have a Sunny, and this is a nice Sunny. This is Alicorn Sunny. So sad we never got to see her like fully transform into an Alicorn. What a sad boo. And then this one, I can't remember this little guy's name. I literally was just looking it up the other day. But I can't remember his name. He's really cool though. Really cool extra little side characters. And we found that bag the last time, not the last time, but one of the times before that had all these and they were made into keychains. Wasn't that weird? So now we found some more of them. But I thought this was a cool little bag. I don't believe I paid $4 for it. I honestly don't know exactly what they charge for a lot of things, because whatever it is on it is normally not what I end up paying. They're super nice people, and they always are willing to give you a deal, do a bundle if you're buying a lot. And I go there a lot for them, and so they're always willing to do a nice deal. But $4 for this, not too bad. You get a lot of accessories, you get 4 ponies. I think it's pretty cool. So I thought I would grab that. A little Mini World Magic. Gosh, it's been a while since we've seen that. I picked up this pony. This is a McDonald's pony from G3. This is Tularula. We're looking at 2008 here. So we'd already seen a couple of My Little Pony G3 items at McDonald's up to this point. I believe at this point we've already seen the original set of them in the US, and then the Ponyville version of them, and I think this was the 3rd set they did. I have this one already, but I know that mine has really nasty hair, the last one that I got at the thrift store, so I decided I'd grab her again. Not a bad thing to have extras of. I feel like they're quite common and people don't really love the McDonald's versions, but for G3, I would pick them up. G4, not so much. If it's like an odd character, then maybe I would, so that, there's people that might want those odd one-off characters. But for G3, I'll normally pick them up. And it's so funny because I didn't pick up that Minty. I found these. These are the Little Mermaid playing cards. I thought these were really cool. They're unopened. This style of advertising or packaging really makes me think of the Little Mermaid in the 90s. I feel like I had a lot of coloring books that had this style of artwork. The dolls and stuff. This was a very Little Mermaid style thing. So I feel like these are from the 90s. There's nothing on it that says a date, but I would guess these are 90s playing cards. Let me go ahead and break this seal, and let's get in here and check these out. I don't play, I play card games, but I don't play a lot of card games with this type of card. So I thought, you know what? This would be fun. A little Bicycle Kids flashcards and card games. Weird. Here's the back of them. Look how cool that is. And let's take a look at the cards themselves. Ursula is the Joker. The Little Mermaid. Scuttle. Max. Eric. Ooh, the Blackfish. I don't know what his name was. Another Ursula, Sebastian, Flounder, Ariel, Ariel and Eric, Ariel, King Triton, and the Little Mermaid, but it's different. It is different. So I wonder if these are different. No. They are the same images of these guys on every single one of these. Unfortunately, there's 2 King Tritons there. There's another Little Mermaid, a different look. Another one. So that's the difference. 3 Jokers. Cool. I think I saw these once before and I was like, oh, they're cool, but I don't play a lot of card games, you know, and so I didn't think about picking them up, and then the next time I was like, no, I'm going to pick these up. I think they're pretty cool. If I do play a card game, it's a fun card deck to have. And if not, they're just a fun piece of the 90s to me. So I'm just going to leave it with my Little Mermaid shelf. And we found an Equestria Girl there, really exciting. This is an Applejack, and this is Rainbow Rocks Applejack. This is one of the single releases. She does still have the ability to turn her head. She has a little bit of articulation here in the arms, up and back. No chewed fingers or anything like that. And she doesn't look like her hair has been cut or anything. A few of them we've gotten from here have had their hair cut, so I can't remember whether this particular version of Applejack has cut hair or is fine, but I know I do have this Applejack. So this is from, what was it, 2014, so Rainbow Rocks single, one of the first ones. You can tell the difference between the single releases, the first ones that came out, and the second ones for Rainbow Rocks, because the second one is the Neon Wave, and they always have the 2 different colored leggings. And this is the only Rainbow Rocks Applejack that has both of her leggings as red. The other ones that you'll see have a green one and a red one, or a red one and a green one. And I found another Care Bear plush. This time we found this one. So he's got some scary hairs attached to him. Oh, gross. His little paw is chewed on or coming apart right here. So we'll just want to stitch that up. Otherwise, she's in really good shape. This is Love-A-Lot Bear, and this is an original 80s Care Bear. We've got the funny little stitched mouth here. Little nose, look at her little eyes. And then we do have the little brushable tuft of hair up here. And on the back we have our Care Bear heart here. And the tag, I believe, said 1984. Right here, 1984 American Greetings. So 1984 Love-A-Lot Bear. I also picked up this My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Pinkie Pie Party DVD. It is still in the shrink wrap here. And for this one, it says, "Let's party. It's the biggest celebration of parties in Ponyville, and you're invited. Saddle up for 5 outrageously awesome parties with every pony's favorite friends: Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Spike, and the ultimate party planner herself, Pinkie Pie. This has the episodes Feeling Pinky Keen, Party of One, Baby Cakes, A Friend Indeed, and Too Many Pinkie Pies. Bonus features Sing Along and Party Activity Kit. Really cool. I think this is from 2013, right here. 2013. I am probably going to have like the whole show on like the DVD sets that you can get where you can buy them by the season. So I'm not too worried about picking up these DVDs to have the episodes necessarily, but I feel like when I find a My Little Pony DVD, I should pick it up. There was this time I went into a thrift store and I didn't really find much. I had one G3 My Little Pony DVD and I decided to not get it. And then I kind of feel like I should pick up My Little Pony DVDs if we find them and just have that little collection of them. So I grabbed that one. And I also found this book, and this is Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel book from Disney and Freeform Books. Talks about the original story and then the sequel in book form. This is not the sequel that they made for television, for Disney Plus or whatever. So it's a whole different story here. And I'm really excited to kind of check this out. We'll take a look at it probably come October. I think it would be a good read. It was part of the reason that I picked it up to begin with, because we were in October and we were talking about Hocus Pocus, of course. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pick this up and I think I'll check this out. I didn't get to reading it for October last year, but it could be a fun read next year. Well, I guess technically this year? Another really cool find was this. This is a Wuzzles puzzle. I love the Wuzzles. Definitely a fan of them growing up. It's a Walt Disney show, and I don't remember like knowing that it was Walt Disney, which is really interesting. The Wuzzles are kind of these like hybrid animals, half one, half another. So this is Ellaroo. He's half elephant, half kangaroo. He was one of my favorites of the characters, and actually the only one I had a plushie of. So I had a plushie of him growing up. Let's see. Nothing on the back. So this is Milton Bradley. Walt Disney presents the Wuzzles 60-piece puzzle Ellaroo. When we take off the cover, there are all the pieces down in here, so it looks like we could probably build the puzzle. Really, really cool. You don't find too much Wuzzles merchandise, or at least I don't. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. A Wuzzles puzzle? And try saying that a lot. A Wuzzles puzzle. Oh yeah, now I remember what the other things were that I picked up. The Xena doll and her friend Gabriella. I have some friends that are huge fans of Xena, and I remember at one point in our apartment, that show was on all the time. From the beginning of the show to the end of the show, I watched every episode. It was always on the television. And so when I found the dolls, I found Xena, and I was like, oh, it's such a cool doll. I'm definitely bringing that home. And then I found Gabrielle at the other one, and I was like, they need to go together 100%. And they have been given to the appropriate people that love Xena. So that was the other thing that disappeared from the bag. I was about to say, the last thing that I have that's still in my possession is this. I picked up this Barbie case here, and this is Barbie, what did it say here on the top? It is a Barbie accessory case. And I thought this had a date on it. It does, 1999 Mattel. There it is again, 1999 Mattel. So this is a Barbie accessory case, and it definitely has things inside. So it is this color all the way around. All the way around. So to me, I felt like that was probably the appropriate color, even though that's not a very Barbie color. It's kind of ugly. So when we take a look on the inside of it, we also notice that it's pretty much the same color on the inside until we get into these little cubbies. And then inside these cubbies, we're going to see a little bit of different colors. So we'll be able to see the original color that it was. It's definitely sun faded, but it had a bunch of really cool shoes. There was that bag of shoes, and I think it had $10 on it. And I was like, I'm not going to pay $10 for this bag of random shoes. But I still kind of think about that bag of shoes. I love a good doll shoe. I love doll clothes and accessories because they're so helpful in terms of like setting up pictures and doll photography, and I really like that. So inside, you can see the different color. Here's the different color. Now you can see it should be this really vibrant, like, to me it looks like lipstick pink. But I don't know. It's definitely been sun faded here. Unfortunately, would have been so pretty to be that pink, but I still like it nonetheless. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited to use it I mean, of course, an accessory case, but I think I'd probably use it in terms of like doll photography. I think it could be really cool as like a dresser or something like that. I think it's really neat. So it had a bunch of shoes in there. I have no idea what any of these are, other than a couple of them, because when I opened it, I recognized two shoes immediately. These are Rarity shoes from Equestria Girls. These belong to the original style release of Rarity. So her normal shoe, and then we have her second pair of shoes. Only one shoe of each in there, but hey, Equestria Girls accessories are always appreciated, and shoes are one of those things that dolls just never come with. So there's some Equestria Girl shoes. The other ones that I knew for positive, those playing cards. So I don't like that. The other shoes I knew for positive were these. I just know that these are Tinkerbell shoes. I don't know from what doll though, but they're really pretty Tinkerbell shoes. So I knew what those were. There's also this pair. I'm hoping that these are Barbie. They look really nice, but I see so many boots like this and I'm like, oh god, are these Anna and Elsa shoes again? But I don't believe so, because they don't look like they have like those motifs, but really nice. I don't know, maybe they're riding boots, maybe they're just regular doll boots. Like, the other pair was this pair. This is really exciting. I feel like these are probably early 2000s Barbie shoes. They do actually have like holes for feet to go in, so I don't think they're Bratz shoes, but they're, big like a Bratz shoe. They're really cool. I love the fur on top. So I don't know what Barbie these go to or Fashion Pack, but I really like those ones. The rest of them are odd. So we have these cheap boots. I mean, look at these boots. They're thin pieces of plastic. So these are junk boots. They're not going to be real Barbie boots, I don't believe. Just clone boots. I'm sure they work, and you could probably paint them to look like really nice boots. But I don't know if I'll keep these really thin, flimsy, murpy shoes. Just don't think I really need to keep all these shoes. So here's another odd pair of boots. Here's a yellow pair that's cheap like that too. This pair's got like a little thing on the front. These kind of look like, I mean, they're probably girl shoes because the feet are so small, but they looked kind of like boy shoes. Just says Hong Kong on them. There's also this pair. These are really rubbery. Some of these, oops, dropped a shoe. Some of these are super, super rubbery. Does that look like mold? Yeah. But these are like rubbery. And I don't know what they would go to. They're an odd shape too. Let me go ahead and put this like this so we can actually see these shoes. There's a big doll boot right here, like a cowgirl boot, stained up. I don't know what it would go to. It's a nice boot though. I don't know if this is Barbie. It's quite thick. So maybe this is a Disney boot. Maybe it's a Hannah Montana boot. Not really sure, but it's a cool boot. There's also this interesting shoe that we only have one of, and I don't know where it goes. It looks like a high-heeled foot goes in there, so it definitely could be Barbie. Wish we had the other shoe for it. And then we have all these little heels and things. So there's gotta be some pairs in here. Here's a pair. These little green ones. They're real thin though, so they feel like fake shoes. I think these two are a match. Look just like the green ones, but they don't feel as flimsy, but they are. Here's a yellow pair that's just like that as well. There's a pink pair too, a hot pink pair. Just like that. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a blue pair in here too. And there's the blue pair. There's even a like lime green pair of those. Wow. We got those in all kinds of colors. The colors of the shoes are really nice. Just the shoes I don't really like the style of. Oh, looks like there's a black pair. But I only see one of them. So there's one black one. Here's another yellow pair. It's like that. Here's a pair of gray sneakers. And these are, I don't know if they're sneakers, but they're real rubbery, see? It says Japan on the bottom. I don't know what those go to. Looks like we have a pair that's similar to that. And they're orange. I have a couple of one-offs like these. I don't see pairs for these. Here's a teal one. And it looks like maybe it's an Ariel shoe. So there's that one. And then look at this one. This is a really nice blue shoe. Has a snowflake on the front right there. I don't know whether this is some kind of like winter doll or whether that might be an Elsa doll. Looks like these two are a pair. Pair of red heels. A red pair of heels. Looks like this pair might go together. And they're squishy. They're squishy pair of shoes. I don't know what those go to either. Oh look, there's one of those shoes in red. Oh no. I have another pair of those in red this time. I still am looking through these. Looks like this doesn't have a friend, a ballet slipper of some kind. We have this yellow shoe. Has a little bow on the top. No mate for that one. And then there's a similar one like that in gold. No mate for that one. I don't see another one for this blue. This is a really nice shoe. Hard plastic. Looks like these probably go together. They're tiny. Look how tiny these are. Itty bitty little like sandals. I don't see a mate for this one. Here's a pink one like that. Whoops. We have a white one. It's like that too. And it looks like a white pair of pilgrim type shoes. Oh look, maybe this is the other black one. Yeah, here's the other black one to this. So there's a black pair. A lot of pairs of those. Oh, here's a little black one of those sandally ones. This black shoe looks like it's by itself. It's a nice shoe. We have a white sneaker. And a pink sneaker. Nice little sneakers. This shoe doesn't look like she has a mate either. I like the little flower on the side. Those are nice. Looks like this red shoe's by itself. Whoops. Little high-heeled sneaker. I think these go together. So we have a pair of pink pumps. Nice. We do have a pair of orange ones. These orange ones go together. Looks like they're missing something on the front. Bright neon ones. We have another shoe like this. Oh, this looks like it's probably a Tinkerbell shoe. It's yellow and does not have a whoozamajigger on it. This shoe is by itself with a big bow on it. It's another one of those squishy ones. Doesn't say anything. This is squishy too. By itself. Here's a white pair of those shoes with that little dot on them. Boo to those. And then it looks like we have a couple more singles. So we have a couple of these. Here's a crystally one with a bow on it. Here's a pearl one with a bow on it. A sparkly pink heel. Another white pump. And a nice pink one with a little bow on it. So some pretty nice ball shoes in there. Alright, and that's everything I picked up at Goodies this time around back in October. We're working through, I think we're moving into some from November, so we'll be getting through some more thrift hauls coming up for sure. This was a pretty nice haul. I love that we found a Wuzzles puzzle, we found an Equestria Girls, some fun little My Little Pony things, some Care Bears, a Little Mermaid playing cards, an interesting book for next October, and then some interesting Barbie shoes, but that case is really cool. Well, thanks so much for hanging out and for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next time we go thrifting. And if we aren't friends yet, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and stick around, and I'll see you in the next video.